Hello friends, this is Sukhmani from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special because it is one of its kind. There is no such video available on the internet. I'm going to touch a very important topic. This topic is not only important for people who are here in Canada, but also for parents whose kids are studying here in Canada. So let's get started on this very important topic, but before that, a small request: if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk lots of Canadian immigration tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. And without further delay, let's get started on this video. So this video is about 10 ways. I'm going to tell you 10 ways you can stay in Canada if your work permit is ending soon. So many people who are here in Canada, they get their work permit and apply for PR, which is the next step. But sometimes they do not get their PR and their work permit is about to end soon. Look at the amount of panic they have to face. So this is for all those people whose work permit is going to end soon. So first, let me tell you who is facing this situation. Now, this situation is faced by students who are on postgraduate work permit. So postgraduate work permit, by default, it cannot be extended. It's once in a lifetime opportunity. Please mark this because I have to tell you something further in this video. Mostly students in Ontario are facing this problem, particularly in Ontario, although other provinces are also facing, but mostly Ontario, because Ontario has maximum number of colleges and universities and maximum number of students come to Ontario. So of course the problem is also maximum here. So mostly it is for those students who have done from the back home, they have just done grade 12. They have not done graduation, and this is also for students who are having low IELTS score. So these are the students or people who are facing this challenge or problem. And now let's look at the 10 ways. So the very first way is to check your passport. Why to check your passport? Because in your passport, the expiry is the most important thing, because your passport, make sure that your passport is available or valid till the entire length of your PGWP. If your passport expires sooner than your PGWP, so you will get smaller amount of PGWP. Suppose you are entitled for 3 years of PGWP, postgraduate work permit, but your passport expires in 2 years. So you will not get 3 years PGWP, you will only get 2 years PGWP, and then what you can do is, you can get a new passport and apply for the remaining period. So this is what you can do. Check your passport. This is the first and the foremost thing. The second which you can do is, and here, that's why I said mark my words over there. So PGWP cannot be extended. Yes, PGWP cannot be extended. That's in a normal circumstances. But something abnormal happened. Government offered a 18 months extension under a public policy, and this was once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, but not for everyone. This PGWP extension was for people whose passports are expiring between September 2021 and December 31st, 2022. So we have solved lots of problems with this. Lots of students, lots of people who have who were actually on the verge of going back to home were solved. Because of this, we were able to get extension for all those who were eligible. So this was a particular time, online application was there. So you need to check if you fall under this category. The number third option, and this option is really famous. This is called PNP. So what does PNP mean? Provisional Nominee Program. I have a complete video on this. I have in detail explained what is PNP, what are the good PNPs, what are the good options. I've explained everything. If you have not watched the video, you can watch this video. So again, depending upon your profile and your background, which PNP suits you, you can check. So usually, like the enhanced PNP, which is linked to the Federal Express Entry, gives you 600 points, CRS points. And there is a base PNP also. So the base PNP is not linked to Express Entry, but the advantage of this is that it can cater to NOC C and NOC D also. Although NOC is no more there, it is TEER now, but so it can cater to the lower tiers also. So that is base PNP. So in simple words, PNP is basically three types. One which is Express Entry linked, which is called enhanced PNP. The second, which is expression of interest, which is the base PNP. And the third one, not all people know about it, is the third one is many provinces also run pilot programs. These are small programs, but they are there. So pilot programs are also run by provinces, not just by federal. So these are the options in terms of PNP, and I will try to also bring it up to you different categories of PNP when time permits. Now moving on to the option number 4. So the option number 4 is LMIA based work permit. So LMIA based work permit, your employer can provide you LMIA based work permit. He needs to go to ESTC and apply for LMIA, and if the LMIA is approved, he is awarded LMIA, then your name is listed on it. Based on that LMIA, you can apply for LMIA based work permit. LMIA based work permit is a closed work permit. You have to work with that employer who has provided you the LMIA. So this is option number 4. Moving on to option number 5. Option number 5 is RNIP. What is RNIP? RNIP is a rural and northern immigration pilot. Again, I have a complete detailed video on this topic. If you have not watched, you can look on this. So the main thing in this is that you need to have a job offer from the employer from that particular region. So not every region, there are about 10 or 11 regions which qualify under rural and northern immigration pilot program. So if you have employer from that region, he can provide you the job offer. You can apply PR based on that, and in the meanwhile your PR is processed, you will get 1 year work permit. So moving on to option number 6. Option number 6 is AIP. What is AIP? AIP is Atlantic Immigration Program. Atlantic Immigration Program, I have a detailed video, in depth I have covered this. If you have not watched, you can definitely watch this video. I will provide the link in the description. And again, here the job offer is needed. So important thing, once you get the job offer from any of the 4 Atlantic provinces, then you can apply PR, and in the meanwhile your PR is processed, you will get work permit. So this is option number 6. Option number 7. Option number 7, you know what? Not many people will tell you to do this, but this is also an option. So you have studied. After your studies, you got PGWP, but you are not able to get the PR yet. So you can still take another study program. Of course, you will not get PGWP, because PGWP you get once in a lifetime. But you can study here. If you study here, you can live here. And if you live here, you can also work part-time. You can get additional points which can increase your score. And then move towards the PR. So that is also a very good option to enroll for additional study program. So now moving on to option number 8. Option number 8 is visitor status. So visitors cannot work in Canada, which is true, but they can stay in Canada. And if you are like on the verge that you are almost going to get a PR in a month or so, there is no harm in staying as a visitor in Canada and waiting for your PR to process. In the meanwhile, you can explore more options. So visitor status is also an option number 8. Moving on to option number 9. So option number 9 is very special because in this option you can get married. Yes, get married. So if you get married to a Canadian citizen or a PR card holder, you can apply for PR. So you can apply for inland spousal PR application, and even if you get married to, if you are not able to get married to a Canadian citizen or a PR, you can get married to a person who has work permit. Based on his work permit, you can get spousal open work permit. That's also an option. So that is option number 9. Last option. I'm sure many of you will be thinking, last option is to file refugee. No, I am not going to tell you that. Last option is that the refugee thing is not correct, right? So last option is also not to become illegal. So I would say it is better to return to your home country rather than becoming illegal in Canada, rather than filing refugee or asylum. Better go to your home country, because the studies which you have done from Canada will always count. The experience which you gained in Canada will count. So you can go to the home country, you can work there, study there, gain more points, and then you can apply and come back to Canada. Rather than becoming illegal here, this option is also a great option. So what you need to do, I would say, if you have not made your Express Entry profile, get your Express Entry profile even if your score is less. So get your Express Entry profile, always look for professional help. They can guide you, they know much details, they know in and out of the things, so they can help you, and keep your options open. Lastly, correct submission, it's very important. So get the correct submission done and keep your focus on PR. I always say, keep your focus on PR. So as I always say, one important thing, that each person's profile is different than another. The background is different, the goals are different. If you want to discuss your own profile with us, you can book an appointment. Our address, email and phone number, everything is shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Our team brings these videos to you after lots of research and hard work. And thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.